for Ebola.
His family is being monitored. Wisconsin is joining a multi-state lawsuit against the Trump administration over new federal student loan rules. The challenge targets limits on graduate borrowing, with officials warning it could worsen healthcare worker shortages. And a formerly homeless black teen from Los Angeles is celebrating an incredible academic milestone. Lamont Newell graduated from Bourbon Day Jesuit High School with a 4.4 GPA and was accepted into 65 colleges, earning a full scholarship to Columbia University. Get BIN News now, on demand, 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Watch us on Facebook Live. And hear us on WBOK1230.com.
Yo, turn it up. It's Gerod on the air, spitting truth in the booth. We ain't going nowhere. New Orleans City got its heart in the beat, but corruption creeping in, gotta take back the street. But corruption creeping in, gotta take back the street. From the French Quarter vibes to the Ninth Ward grind, he's the voice of the people, yo, he's one of a kind. Talking about the struggle, the hustle, the pain, but with each word he drops, he's bringing power to the game. Gerod on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. Try to silence the truth, but he's loud and clear. From the bayou to the block, everyone can hear. Got the people united, it's a movement, no doubt. With his mic in hand, he's breaking all the clout. City eat the official scheming, yeah, they playing it slick. But Gerod's on the line and he's ready to kick. For the schools and the streets, he's fighting the fight. With a heart full of passion, he's igniting the night. Gerod on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. From the jazz in the streets to the gumbo pot, he's the pulse of the city, giving all he's got. Together we rise, united we stand. With Gerod on the radio, we're taking back our land. So tune in, y'all, let the truth resonate. With Gerod on the mic, we're rewriting our fate. In New Orleans, the power is ours to embrace. Keep it real, keep it loud, let's uplift this place. In the streets to the gumbo pot, he's the pulse of the city, giving all he's got. Together we rise, united we stand. With Gerod on the radio, we're taking back our land. So tune in, y'all, let the truth resonate. With Gerod on the mic, we're rewriting our fate. In New Orleans, the power is ours to embrace. Keep it real, keep it loud, let's uplift this place. Gerod on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. Yeah, tuning out, let the truth resonate. With Gerod on the mic, we're rewriting our fate. In New Orleans, the power is ours to embrace. Keep it real, keep it loud, let's uplift this place. Gerod on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. Yeah. Yo, turn it up. It's Gerod on the air, spitting truth in the booth. We ain't going nowhere. New Orleans City got its heart in the beat, but corruption creeping in, gotta take back the street. But corruption creeping in, gotta take back the street. From the French Quarter vibes to the Ninth Ward grind, he's the voice of the people, yo, he's one of a kind. Talking about the struggle, the hustle, the pain, but with each word he drops, he's bringing power to the game. Gerod on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. try to silence the truth, but he's loud and clear. From the bayou to the block, everyone can hear. Got the people united, it's a movement, no doubt. With his mic in hand, he's breaking all the clout. City eat the official scheming, yeah, they playing it slick. But Gerod's on the line and he's ready to kick. For the schools and the streets, he's fighting the fight. With a heart full of passion, he's igniting the night. Gerod on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. From the jazz in the streets to the gumbo pot, he's the pulse of the city, giving all he's got. Together we rise, united we stand. With Gerod on the radio, we're taking back our land. So tune in, y'all, let the truth resonate. With Gerod on the mic, we're rewriting our fate. In New Orleans, the power is ours to embrace. Keep it real, keep it loud, let's uplift this place. In the streets to the gumbo pot, he's the pulse of the city, giving all he's got. Together we rise, united we stand. With Gerod on the radio, we're taking back our land. So tune in, y'all, let the truth resonate. With Gerod on the mic, we're rewriting our fate. In New Orleans, the power is ours to embrace. Keep it real, keep it loud, let's uplift this place. Gerod on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. Yeah, tuning out, let the truth resonate.
Let it resonate. Sing it like you mean it.
With Gerod on the mic,
Yeah, a little loud.
we're rewriting our fate.
Where we be writing?
Don't come in
where
here
we
singing.
In New Orleans,
We in New Orleans,
Got me doing
baby.
remixes and stuff.
is ours to embrace.
Keep it real and do what?
Keep it real, keep it loud, let's uplift
I'm about to
this
cut it
place.
off.
Uplift this place, man.
I'm about to cut it off.
Yeah, you can do that.
They've been hearing it enough already.
Man, I get more people
Nah, no, you don't.
every day
They just lying to you.
just calling me saying, bruh,
Stop doing your Trump impersonation.
tell
Lies.
Tell we he is just a hater. We love
Lies,
that song.
just lies, just
Yep.
lies.
I tell you, let me see, who called me?
They hung up. Call back.
Because they knew you were hating on me. They won't let
Nah,
you do that. That's all.
because they got tired of hearing that raggedy song.
No, they didn't.
Not raggedy, but raggedy.
Raggedy. So we got a new one. You heard the new one?
Oh, the new one's funky. I'm waiting to put that in there.
No, we ain't putting that in yet.
It just needs to be shortened a little bit. It's
Really,
4
minutes long.
Really long.
Yeah, it's long.
It's really long.
And then it says the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So-
Dang, they finally got that bridge open.
Bruh.
Bro, when we were trying to escape for Ida, we were going the back way on 90 to get to Moss Point, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Got there, that bridge said no. You got to go the other way.
What's
and
the bridge?
that point between Highway 90 and Slidell and the I-10, man, that is long.
What is the bridge?
Wait, say again. I could barely hear you.
No, I said, what is the bridge?
It's a bridge. The Chef Pass Bridge on Highway 90 in Slidell that takes you to other parts of Highway 90. That thing has been closed since Ida. Wow. And they finally opened it. I think they got pressured enough. People were talking about, man, our restaurants are not surviving back here because the bridge is closed and whatnot. But now I see they finally got it open. Just now.
Well,
They're going to be out there giving out bubble gum and baseball cards because they're happy the bridge is open.
where you come up with bubblegum?
Man, that's the stupidest thing that just came to mind.
Okay, all right. You are correct. That is stupid.
Yeah, you know, I do say
Stupid.
crazy things.
Mm-hmm.
I hang with you, so I mean, it kind of rubbed off.
At least you can notice.
It rubbed off.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
What's happening with you?
Man, nothing but this weather, bruh. Man, this rain doesn't know what it wants to do.
I love it.
Oh, I love thunderstorms, but not
I love it because
when I got dry.
it's keeping it cool. It ain't 90-some degrees. And if it was not raining, we would be there right now.
Well, at least it's watering the new trees in my front yard.
I could have done that. I could have just
I don't want
right. No
anything
hands,
that's going
no
to kill
hands.
my
Look,
trees.
look, no hands. Wait, no hands.
No.
Tell Donna stop peeping out the window.
No. And so you're gonna make Donna call in here and cuss you out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Donna. So,
What's up with you?
I'm getting ready to have one of those moments where I'm gonna bitch a minute.
Uh-oh.
Today's bitch day.
Uh-oh. Wait.
And I'm gonna do it because there's a story in the Illuminator. I hope everybody can go to the Illuminator today. That's illuminator.com. ILLUMINATOR.com. And the story, which I think is relevant, has a lot to do with what's happening in our legislature.
So do you want...
And we need the people to put pressure on their legislators to be able to put pressure on another senator.
So which one do you want? As the World Turns or Young and the Restless?
Neither one.
Neither one?
I just want bitch.
Oh, you want to just be dramatic.
I just want to be dramatic.
Okay.
I want that. Just give me that for a minute. Just for a minute.
All right.
Nah, I'm going to do it for a long period of time. So I don't even want everybody to think that this is going to be 1 minute and then I'm going to let it go. Because I'm not.
Oh, it's never 1 minute.
Nope.
Well, depends on what it is.
I almost said something. You just left it wide open here. You left
That's why I
that
said it, because I knew I was
wide
pulling
open.
you into that trap.
You left that one wide open. Mm-hmm. Yep. But anyway, it has everything to do with, and before I even start the story, I need to put some essence to the story. And the essence of this story that I'm getting ready to do, that I'm gonna need your help with. I need y'all to understand it. I need your help. I'm going to talk about sometimes you have to watch what you say and what you do, because it will come back to haunt you. What you say and what you do when you are the big bully in the big bully pulpit, you got to watch what you say and watch what you do, because it will come back to haunt you in the long run. Well, what you talking about, G? I'm glad y'all asked. So, our state has been going through, I think, some of its worst history-making news that we could possibly think of. A lot of people are feeling at this point in time in their lives that instead of moving forward with judicial issues that make sense or don't make sense, that's what we are, with issues that protect civil rights, we're giving them up. Or we should say we got folks that understand where we are in civil rights that are pretending to be stupid McNupid and actually trying to get rid of the things that make us all equal. Well, what do you mean? People tell us, and some of us can be under that category of stupid McNupid. Well, what do you mean us, G? I'm talking about black folk. I'm not going to sit up here and shoot no bull crap. I'm going to tell you how it is. Some of us can be just as stupid as some of those we call stupid. Because we'll tell folks, and we'll do this, and, voting ain't done nothing for me. Can you imagine that if we ended up being a state that had more than 1 million folks of African-American descent to go out and vote, what we could get and get out of? And we had the right leadership, and we paid attention to our politics? Because this is very not one-sided. It's actually got several entities that go along with it. Well, what do you mean? It's easy to be on the microphone and tell everybody to go vote. But if we go vote and we get all the things that we want as far as who we get elected, what we got elected, what didn't make it or what did make it, and we don't do nothing with it because leadership won't move, then we pin in the wind. Right? But how about if we had elected folks that were ready to make a stance, ready to do things, had people behind them, could gather all the information and say, hey, folks, this is the best idea. Here are your choices, but these are the best ideas. And they're going to benefit us. Imagine what that would look like if that was the case. But do you know, as people, not as African American folks, not as white folks, not as somebody that says, oh, we need to do it just this way, just so we'll have the majority, da 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 da. All that's good and fine if that's what you believe. But imagine if all of us got together and said, I'm going to vote. I'll make sure I'm registered to vote. I'm not going to let nobody tell me not to vote. Why? Because we need to make sure that we get this person in. We need to make sure that this amendment doesn't do what it's supposed to do for the other folks, because they write them like in, I guess, language that only an attorney can understand. So the explanations of some of these amendments need to be heard and had by all of us, instead of sitting up there saying, I'm just going to push a button. Because some of them will trick you. And you know, we always got Mr. Charlie sitting by the door. So he can go back and tell what everybody did and what everybody said. So imagine if somebody did us wrong that was supposed to be in a leadership position, and all of us knew it. And they did us wrong. Now, that's the key part. They did us wrong, and we know it, right? So shouldn't all of us be getting together right now and saying, what we gonna do about it? Hello? This thing on? Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Imagine if there was somebody, just like these two ladies that said, oh, we're gonna file this recall. But imagine if somebody said, let's not only file the recall, let's get the people that have set us back. Let's give them a taste of their own medicine. There is a story today, my friends, that's coming out of the Illuminator. That's a magazine. You can go online and see it yourself. That is now talking about why we have seen Senator Jeff Morris, say that we're going to have an issue. And that issue is, why has nobody filed ethics complaints against Jay Morris? Oh, yeah. Imagine we are letting him sit there, not caring that there's a news story about him. And I'm going to read the news story. I'm going to read the news story. But I'm going to take my minute, play some commercials, and y'all need to tell everybody to listen because this is going to be one that you're going to be like, what? So we'll do that in a minute. So what we'll do is take our break and we'll come back and you all will hear, and I'll then take your calls so that you can hear, and I want to hear what you got to say about Senator Jay Morris and what he's doing. More coming up, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
This is Monica Pierre along with Sally Ann Roberts Daybone, co-host of Your Power is On.
Tune in Sunday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. for music that feeds the spirit. Get your Sunday on.
Right here on WBOK 1230 AM and WBOK1230.com, the station you listen to
All day long.
City Park is where to go when you don't know where to go. Turn towards the city center and start walking. Before long, you'll end up where you belong. At the heart of the city, New Orleans City Park. Stroll along the reeded marsh, wander through the sculpture garden, rest and recharge beneath ancient oak trees. This is where your spirit goes to grow. It's in our nature to yearn for nature. NewOrleansCityPark.org, heart of the city.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule. No excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
LifeCare provides valuable whole life insurance to cover final expenses such as medical bills, burial costs, and unpaid debt. A final expense insurance policy is fast, easy, affordable life insurance that's available to anyone between the ages of 50 and 80. No medical exams, no lengthy questionnaires, and no waiting period. The application process is quick and easy. You can even apply without having to undergo a medical examination. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. With the average funeral cost skyrocketing to $11,000 and Social Security only paying $255, you need simple, affordable peace of mind for you and your whole family. Don't leave behind unpaid expenses that, if left unattended, will burden your family tremendously. Benefits include a guaranteed premium that will never increase, a guaranteed cash value, and a guaranteed death benefit that can never decrease. To find out how you can get final expense insurance with a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, call LifeCare at 800-571-9955. That's 800-571-9955. 800-571-9955.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Gerard Stevens with you. All right, Ryan, what you say?
Hello?
Yay.
Oh, hey. My used to be neighbor. How y'all doing?
Good. What's happening?
Oh, I thought you was gonna play the story, man. I was waiting to hear the story. Now I got no ammunition. It's all good though. Anyway, I'll just wait and listen for the story. Okay. I'll holler back. I hope y'all don't count this as my one call.
Oh, Lord. All right.
All right, peace.
Okay. Have mercy. And yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Things that make you
Okay.
things that make you
Okay. All righty then. The famous words of Kevin Hart.
Umbra?
Mm-mm.
No,
All
that's
right,
New
all
Orleans
right, all
Kevin
right.
Hart. Umbra?
Oh, boy. So, I just go into the story.
Regain your train of thought.
I lost it completely.
I'm in here editing and I had to stop. I'm like, what?
I was in here trying to fix the computer because they messed it up.
Man.
So where was I? I was talking about the senator. So what has happened is the fact that there is a story that is circulating. I know the first time I saw it was with the Illuminator. I haven't seen it really run anywhere else. And the story itself is talking about how the senator and his cronies have gotten together and they have decided that in that area of Monroe and all those other places that surround those little bitty towns that have a lot of land, where the data centers, y'all have heard about this mega data center that's going to be put up north, middle north, and it's gonna serve, like, what is it, Meta? Isn't that what they call it now? Meta, Facebook, all of them.
Yeah, I
And
think it is Meta.
what has happened is that he and his cronies are buying up all the land in that area. And for them to be able to put together the acreage that they want, which is hundreds of acres, they got to now go and buy the land from them. I'm talking about Jay Morris and his cronies. So he has used this opportunity for him and his cronies to make hundreds of millions of dollars by selling the land for premium price to Meta and buying it through his people. So he's making money off of it. That's number one. I'm going to kind of tie this in because from a legislative standpoint, I'm looking to say, wait a minute. Doesn't that mean that there should be some ethics violations there because they're not supposed to profit off of the sale of music? I mean, sale of land that's getting ready to be used for the state. My question is, where are the senators? Where are those folks that are legislators in this here state that know this is wrong and they quiet, not saying a word? This should not be happening. And I think, in my personal opinion that I don't know, I think that this is a payback for him for doing the dirty work of your governor. What? I do. I think that he knew and your governor know that this is a hit piece, and the only people that is affecting are the people that live there. So you getting rich off of it. And I can best bet that somebody said, well, you need to do something for us if you don't want us to do this issue against you. So guess what I need you to do? What do you need me to do? I need you to put together these bills and carry these bills so that there would be no one going against me. So that's what makes me go, I know you just don't think that folks are going to just sit there and not say nothing. Are you trying to pretend that you are protected by the governor and you don't think that nobody else is going to touch you? What's wrong here? And then the other part of this, I tell you, everybody going to get these hands today. Why are we the only ones talking about this? Why are we the only ones? There should be an outrage from the city of New Orleans, from the Black Caucus, from anybody that says something black. You black, blackity, blackity, black. You should be outraged. You trying to tell me that this is all about money? These data centers that are popping up, and we got one of the largest ones that's going up in the state of Louisiana, which just happens to be within the boundaries of the district that Jay Morris serves. And we have allowed him to buy the land, and him and his cronies are selling it to the folks that are buying it up. Something wrong there. I mean, you can't tell me you can't put two and two together, but from the silence that's going on right now, I'm like, somebody don't know how to count. Because 2 and 2 is starting to equal 6 and 8 right now. Or should I say 6, 7, 6, 7. You get it? 6, 7. Okay. T-Bone.
Hey, man.
What's that?
I see you struggling with this, brother. I'm first of all, let me address.
I'm struggling with it. I'm sorry. What are you talking
you're
about?
struggling with it because I don't know why. I don't know why you're surprised. I don't know why anybody is surprised.
I'm not struggling with it, so I mean that's a bad characterization. But go ahead.
Okay, well, when I say struggling with it is you're surprised nobody is saying anything. Why are you surprised? Why? We come from the land of the Kingfish governor, where this corruption goes all the way back to him. People with their hands open to get greased for business to take place in Louisiana. I've said this before, I say it again. Historically, we have had bad business practices. This is prime example. Billions of dollars are not going to go to the residents of that area you're talking about. Let me help you out right quick, like them old fellas tell you. We are never a part of the game. When I say we, regular consumers are never a part of the big money game. Excuse me. It's always the politicians down here first. Okay? Then it's the people that's got the old green, the ones that are running the politicians around and saying, do this, do that. The shadow government we always talk about with the conspiracy theory card in our back pocket. Then there's business. And big business say, okay, I gave y'all some money. Now, we want this in all caps. See, these deals were orchestrated prime before Landry got into office. Let me say that again. These deals was primed before Landry got into office. When he was just, Attorney General? What was his previous title?
Mm-hmm.
These were set up, believe it or not. If you do some digging, brother, you're going to find out I'm right. by Bobby Jindal. And I'm going to tell you why. In the IT world, we don't think 2 years ahead, 5 years ahead. We think 10. We have to because the technology moves that fast. This AI vehicle that everybody's all hooping and hollering about, AI is in there. Then you have quantum processors about to get involved. You have systems that's going to need heating and cooling, and that's why you have the data centers. You need enough hard drive space to run all that stuff. You need the machinery to run all that stuff, and you're going to need maintenance. Because if you don't keep that stuff up and it blows up, it costs millions and billions and all that. That's why it took more than 10 years to put this deal together. They've been eyeballing spots. If you remember, people in the East was pushing against it, right? There was a certain amount of green space out there near Littlewoods where he was talking about setting up another data center. Am I right?
Yeah, 6 months ago.
And they're still talking about it. Why? Because it's a green space. They're thinking that they could just push the residents out. And next thing you're going to hear about is eminent domain. They're going to try to push eminent domain in certain areas to put these machines up and together. See, Meta became Meta because they've already bought out at least a dozen or so smaller guys with technology they didn't already have in-house. And they're going to keep building. Why? Because they want the AI to get strong like Terminator, where you don't have to do anything. You speak to it, it does what you want it to do. And you don't have to pay a human being. Hello. Where that goes all the way back to, remember when Trump got inaugurated? How many tech giants were standing up there on the podium with him? His family wasn't standing behind him. Melania was barely there. You didn't even see his youngest son. You didn't see Ivanka, his favorite. You saw the guy for Microsoft. You saw the guy from Meta. You saw Elon Musk. You saw the other guy that just bought CBS. You saw the other guy that just bought CNN. All of them put money in Trump's pocket. Bunch of them put money in this governor's pocket already.
Mm-hmm.
Keep following the money. It's going to keep coming.
So
and they're going.
I understand where you are about this, but I ain't even talking about them. I would probably have to I'm trying to make my company grow. So, of course, I'm going to try to make that deal. I'm not trying to talk about them because that's a private company that's doing what they got to do to succeed and expand. What I'm talking about, hold on, let me finish. What I'm talking about is the person that we elected on the public side of us. We elected them to make the right decision for us. And what we're seeing, which has not been talked about, which has not been reported, and there were no reports to the Ethics Bureau about Jay Morris, who is a senator for this area, that he's taking the land, buying it, and reselling it to them to get paid.
He's just a proxy, man. He's just a proxy.
That's receiving hundreds of millions of dollars for selling this land.
Yeah. There was always going to be somebody in the middle, because if you have big name people stuff show up on that paperwork, the press gets a hold of it, and it's bad. They planned this years ago. That's what I'm telling you. This is historically how bad business deals have taken place in Louisiana. And who benefits? Just those few people.
Yep. Okay.
And that's
Fooling.
what this is. That's what this is. I gave you that background to make you understand that this was
I
in the
have
works.
no problem understanding what I'm talking about. You got a whole different turn on this. That's
Well,
what I'm telling you.
Here's the reason I'm telling you this. Here's the reason I'm telling you this. There's gonna be more. There's gonna be more.
Yeah, but the problem that
Yeah,
I have is
stay
not
tuned.
with them. My problem is with the people that know that it's supposed to be talked about, and the folks that are not a part of this, that are not coming front of us right now to say this is wrong. I'm talking
Because
about,
some of
and
them
I'm
been
named the
paid
organizations.
too. That's what I'm telling you. Some of them been paid too.
Probably
White and
so,
black
but that ain't what's
politicians,
supposed
dog.
to happen. And now that the story is out, you would think that somebody would say, this is what we gonna do.
Some of them have been paid already, brother. They cut off the top so that they could keep quiet and keep certain people quiet so that it don't get bad. Because big companies like Meta don't want bad PR. As big as they are, as much money as they make worldwide, they don't like bad PR. I'll never forget this.
I'm
going to name the company because I ain't there no more. GE used to be worried about New Orleans residents getting pissed because they weren't hiring from this area. They were constantly relocating people to New Orleans when they first set up that office. They didn't want the bad PR, so then they started looking for people in the New Orleans area, in the Louisiana region. They didn't hire too many of us. When I was there, was only 2 of us from Louisiana. People were coming in from Connecticut. You had people coming as far as Florence, Italy. You had people coming from New York.
Mm-hmm.
Big companies don't like bad PR. They want to look like they're a community provider. They want to look good to the community. Why? Because they want your money at the end of the day. They want to be able to do business, get tax cuts, and make money at the end of the day.
All right. Good enough.
Have they even talked about even hiring from this region?
We haven't even got there yet. Okay, they ain't even talking about hiring nobody. They got to build the whole thing first. I'm just talking about the land. We're not even talking about the company. So I think that you jumped ahead.
But they could have hired constructors from here, and they didn't. Right?
Are you listening to me though? We're not talking about the company. We're not even talking about where they're gonna hire or whatever. I'm telling you that there is a problem with the way that this went down. This man has been lobbying for this land to get it built in Richland Parish for 2 years, and it's $3.3 billion worth. What I'm telling you is if you're a lobbyist, you're one thing. If you're a senator, you're another. But how does a senator get to buy the land that you know, it's almost like inside trading, that you know you're getting ready to put this $3.3 billion monster of a deal in the state, but yet you're buying up the property that is going to be stationed on so you can resell it to them for them to be able to buy it back from you. That's a conflict of interest. So as far as what the technical part of that is, I'm not even there yet.
All I'm telling you is this. The line's been blurred because the green got drawn across it.
Okay. I got you.
All right,
T-Bone.
All right, y'all.
Donald.
Yeah, bro. That's corruption, but to go along with what my brother just said, that Miller project will consume enormous amount of energy.
Yep, and water.
Yeah, and the other thing, they was trying to build a atomic plant down here next to the one out there in the country, and on the other side of Booty. What's the name of that one?
Another what?
Atomic energy plant.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. But go ahead. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, but they won't build it up north, but they was trying to stick it down here, We already paid for one, But that's the thing they're hiding. They're trying to decide what they're going to do, But this thing can't go until they build an atomic energy plant, and which in the beginning gonna cost the regular consumer some money. Energy gonna go up.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
and they keep quiet about it too. They got a lot of corruption going on behind this plant.
Yep.
You know.
Looks like we got plenty of it for all of them. So.
Yeah. They got some secret stuff going on, and you done busted out now.
Yep. All right, Dono. Let me take my break, brother.
All right.
I'll hit you up. All right, y'all. More coming up in a minute. We got to take a break.
Hi, I'm Leo Jackson, host of Sunday Gospel here every Sunday morning, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. and 12 o'clock till 2 p.m. You don't want to miss this move of God. It happens only on WBOK. You listen to all day long.
City Park is where to go when you don't know where to go. Turn towards the city center and start walking. Before long, you'll end up where you belong, at the heart of the city, New Orleans City Park. Stroll along the reeded marsh, wander through the sculpture garden, rest and recharge beneath ancient oak trees. This is where your spirit goes to grow. It's in our nature to yearn for nature. NewOrleansCityPark.org, heart of the city.
Greetings and salutations. I am Edward B. Coulon Smith, chairman of the board of the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to invite you to tune in every Wednesday at 12 noon on WBOK to listen in on Black to Business and be a part of the movement that's going on. Thank you.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing, and now we're back in control.
Call now, and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-311-5977. That's 800-311-5977. 800-311-5977.
This is Andronica Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
WBOK. Listen now on WBOK1230.com.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. So let me give you a couple of things here before I go back to the phone lines here. Robert Mann is on Facebook. He said for more than 2 years, State Senator Jay Morris helped pave the way for Meta to build one of the world's largest data centers called Hyperion. That's in Richland Parish. Said the Republican attorney lobbied a utility regulator for key approval. He co-sponsored 2 bills that enabled the land deal between Meta and the state, and he voted yay on 2 additional bills that provided the trillion-dollar tech company tax breaks worth an estimated $3.3 billion. Now, a floodlight investigation has found that while Morris used his political position to advance the project, he and his business partners were buying and selling the land around it over the past 15 months. As recently as February, Morris and his partners sold hundreds of acres of utility giant energy for a methane burning power plant to provide electricity for the data center. Morris's recent land deal, those deals haven't been disclosed until today, according to the Floodlight Review of legislative filings, those votes and media coverage and state Senate records. Said it's unclear how much money he has made from these transactions, but Louisiana law does not require buyers and sellers to publicly disclose sale prices. But experts say that the senator's actions raise a serious issue of a possible violation of state ethics laws. We've got the revised statutes. We're going to go over those probably in the next 30 minutes here. But these revised statutes state that they prohibit government officials from participating in official actions that benefit them financially, require them to recuse themselves from voting when a conflict exists, and prohibit the use of public office for private gain. Whoa, now we're going to look a little bit further into this as well. Chuck, you in that area?
Oh yes, I'm right here in Monroe, Louisiana. And by the way, you were talking about Richland Parish. That's not even his district. That's Katrina Jackson Andrews' district, Richland Parish. That's where Meadows gonna be located. That's like I said, that's 20 miles east of me on Interstate 20, and where Meadows gonna be located. That's between Rayville and Delhi. That's around those towns in that area, that land they have over that way.
Is she aware that this is going on?
That's a great question. I'm just finding these things out just from listening to your show. It seems like each day something's just coming up dealing with him and him getting involved in affairs down your way instead of being paying attention to what's going on in his district. And like I said, that there in Rayville, Richland Parish, that's her district. That's a great question. Is she aware of what's going on?
So how come we're the only ones that are going through these things? And I mean, no one in your area is even talking about this stuff?
People up here, Brother Stevens, are quite different from you all down. You know how vocal you all are down here. The ones up here, kind of, they just sit by and things just let stuff just happen.
Mm.
Yeah, it's quite different. Like I tell you about Monroe's history, about when it comes to civil rights. I tell you about the story about what Howard did, and like I said, he was a business owner himself, and he had that was his concept before Walmart with those stores, and got in some trouble. I think Walmart ended up buying from them, and it's always been some crazy situations up here, but. Yeah, they're not they're not very like I said, very aware of things like you all are.
Well, I'm looking at the revised statute that all public officials are supposed to, especially the elected ones, which is revised statute 42.111. That's 1112.1. It's called Service on a Civil Service Commission and the Recusal. Says, notwithstanding the provisions of this revised statute, a licensed attorney who serves as a member of the Civil Service Commission and any legal entity in which he or she exercises control or owns an interest may receive a thing of economic value for it to be considered a legal services rendered or to be rendered to a classified member under the jurisdiction of the Civil Service Commission. If the legal service rendered or be rendered do not involve a matter that is under the supervision or jurisdiction of the Civil Service Commission, such a Civil Service Commission member shall recuse himself from participating in any matter before the Civil Service Commission involving any classified employee to whom he or any legal entity in which he exercises control or owns an interest is rendering some type of legal services. That's just using this as talking to a lawyer. So he's a lawyer. He is
Yeah,
a
he is
lawyer.
an attorney.
Yep.
Yeah, all these people are attorneys. Katrina Jackson Andrews is an attorney, and yeah, this is something. I know. I know your buddy Suzette Berners is busy right now, but it was great to come on because her from the legal standpoint to talk about that. This is quite interesting.
Well, here's another one. A public servant, except as provided by revised statute 42-1120, shall participate in a transaction in which he is not personal substantial economic interest, of which he be reasonably expected to know or involving any government entity. So what they're saying in this is that he knows, or he should have known, that this is his position, a governmental entity. And you should be reasonably expected to know the difference between private and governmental. But in B here, it says no public servant shall participate in a transaction involving the governmental entity in which, to his actual knowledge, any of the following persons has a substantial economic interest: immediate family, himself, a person in which he's an officer, director, trustee, partner, or employee, and any person to whom he is negotiating or has an arrangement concerning prospective employment. Not supposed to be involved.
Oh, you're just reading this, and I'm glad you're discussing this, and like I'm wondering the people around here are aware of what's going on, because it's getting crazy about a minute, Brother Stevens, and yeah, like I said, that's over in Richland Parish, because they have a big sweet potato fries plant over there at Western Farms over there, and that's a Poverty Point Reservoir is, and a lot of land. That's where the bears and all that is. They got a lot of land over there, and and I see a lot of those people met her that can be employed with them. Many of them will be living here in Monroe, and I imagine what they're going to be doing with the prices on living here in Monroe.
So the other part of this is, I would like to see the deal that is being put forth, because I told you I went to New York, and one of the issues
I remember
with these data centers, because they put up a data center in New York. People in New York complained about the data center because it was going to make their power bills go up. So they came up with a plan and were very, very instrumental with putting this plan together to keep the power bills level.
That's another issue.
But guess what they did? They put solar panels and solar electricity on top of the building to help them keep down the cost of your electric bills. And I was like, they generating their own power.
Huh. Man, I'm getting a lot of education through you from your discussing this topic. This is quite interesting, and I'm glad you are discussing this, because these people need to know these things. And like I said, we the power companies start thinking about Entergy and all these other companies, and I said, man.
But I'm wondering why, with us living in the South, which we know when summertime comes down here, especially with the humidity, especially with the heat, that we're not having discussions about how we're going to keep our power bills from just saying, I'd rather just burn candles all night long. I'm wondering how come there's no conversation with this data center on how we're going to be able to utilize this $93 million power plant that we have right there on the river that we only use every once in a while, and then they have a hard time getting it cranked up right here in New Orleans.
Oh, gosh, because I imagine you all have a lot of down in water. I imagine you do have a lot of stuff to.
We live right here on the water. How come we're not talking about how we could utilize the movement of the Mississippi River to generate power and to also be able to grab some of that water and use it for cooling, so we don't have to deal with it? But maybe it's me.
Always ongoing issue.
Yep.
I hear your music playing, but
Yep.
it's great to always converse with you all. You two take care.
All right, Chuck. Take care, man. Appreciate the call.
All right.
All right, y'all. We got more coming up in just a minute here. We got to get into the news, and we'll come right back. More in a minute, right here on WBOK.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Black former state representative Charles Booker will win the Democratic Party's primary in Kentucky.
I'm humbled. I'm honored. I'm proud to stand for Kentucky. All of us, we need real change, and I just thank God I get to do my part.
On the Republican side, Trump-backed candidate Andy Barr is projected to win. The contest will fill the position being vacated by longtime Senator Mitch McConnell. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee says he will not stop the execution of black inmate Tony Carruthers, convicted in a 1994 triple murder. His attorneys argue key evidence remains untested, while supporters push for clemency. The execution is scheduled for today. And authorities have released the cause of death for Florida rapper Lil Papa. Officials say the 25-year-old died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound earlier this year in Georgia. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Gerard Stevens with you. My cohort today, she got her other babies. Today is Lauren Bagnaris' birthday, so we want to tell her happy birthday, and she had to spend some time with her, and she's got the baby, Mimi baby. So she took a day. I don't blame her. Don't blame her. All right, Ryan, what you say?
Hey man, how you doing?
Good.
Cool. Yeah, I'm so glad that y'all are bringing this to light. There are some shout out to Chris Alexander, who has been on the forefront of talking about this issue around Louisiana, and also we need to note that there's a reason that they're backing Letlow is because she will allow this to happen because her fiance is a huge lobbyist for energy and also big tech. That's true, and that's why there's a lot of people around the state that are fighting this like tooth and nail. John Fleming, he whatever, Trumper or whatever, he will not sell the people out. I hope that whoever runs against him, first of all, Letlow's got to go down because she is fake as fake can be, okay? And if it looks like she's gonna win, the Democrats and Republicans who have this state in mind, the best, pardon my misspeak, who have the hearts of this state at the forefront of their responsibility and accountability. We need to make sure that Letlow goes down. I don't care if it's Fleming or Gary needs to. They need to team up. Whatever they got to do because it's bigger than an elected office. This is about our livelihood. Okay, did they not watch Terminator? How many times? How many times have you watched Terminator? Hyperion. Anyway, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist or nothing, but you get the gist of it. So thank you, and thank you for shout out to Ron for keep holding it down and making sure that I keep my composure throughout these trying times. I love you. Thank you so much for talking about this because it's huge.
All right,
and
thank you, Ryan.
All right,
later. All right, Kevin.
Hey, as always, man, thank you for having these conversations. Look, black people, I'm gonna just say black people. Look, don't stress out, man. We've been through hell with gasoline draws on in America already. We're gonna be all right. Okay. Now, having said that, there's two books first of all, we have to get our minds right. 2 books we need to read. One of them is by Ferdinand Lundberg. It's called The Rich and the Super Rich. The next one is, God dog, I can't remember the name of it. But basically, something Winners Take All. Okay, rich people, we having conversations that's not even in the same realm of reality of rich people. Ferdinand Lundberg will get your mind right on exactly who you're dealing with when you're talking about rich people. And I ain't talking about the rich people that we think we're talking about here. Okay. The next thing is, Winner Takes All is this is an illusion that they are doing things to help the general public. Okay. This is about, and it's been like this ever since before America was America. Rich folks are they're pathological hoarders of wealth. Okay. This is nothing about what we think it's about. Read those 2 books and you have a better idea. Now, the next thing is, we all are a part of this problem because our priorities are like 8-year-olds. We refuse, and I'm talking about everybody, black, whites, everybody. But generally speaking, white folks collectively is an insane culture. Okay, and now I'm not saying all white folks insane. I'm saying collectively they're insane because they're allowing the wealthy, it's really 1/10 of 1% of the population, to enslave the rest of the planet. I'm talking about human beings, and they're destroying the planet at the same time because they're sociopaths. So the bottom line is, black folks, we need to get our own self in order. Do what we can do, because we're not going to influence people with personality disorders. And collective, the 1/10 of 1% runs the planet. Okay, so we have to do what we can do, because if we don't take care of us, the rest of them gonna do what they do. Okay, and we're gonna be all right. Just if we do what we gotta do, take care of each other.
All right.
That's really the problem. We're not taking care of each other.
All right, Kev. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
All right, Galloway.
What's going on, brother Gerard?
You ain't gonna make me laugh. Nope. Nope. I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing.
You said nothing, man.
You ain't have to. You ain't have to. I can read you like a $2 bill.
No, man, I'm calling out some serious questions, man. I ain't dealing with that today, man. Listen, where is the Inspector General in all of this?
Right.
Where is Miss Angelique Davis?
Where's the State Inspector General?
That's her, Angelique Davis. This is what she was hired for. Jeff Landry said he put this lady in place to get rid of government corruption. Everything that you laid out and everything that I've read, this reeks of corruption. He's using his office and he's gaining privately. That public office gaining privately. So if folks want to do something, file a complaint with the Louisiana State Inspector General. It's too easy to do. Once I get all my stuff together, I'm going to file a complaint.
And look, think about this for a minute. If you file or have one of your legislative bodies to file a legislative complaint to the Inspector General, the first thing you got to do is just have them to follow the money trail and transactions. If that land is part of this deal for this meta plant, shouldn't that have some ramifications about when you knew about the deal, when you started buying this land with your partners, and they should match at some point in time?
Yes.
And if you go by the revised the statutes, it states that you're not supposed to be involved in any of this.
See, and it's too easy. And like you said, where's the Congressional Black Caucus? Where's the representatives around that parish? I know everybody didn't get paid. You know, Mississippi stole $97 million in welfare funds. Not everybody got some of that $97 million.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying, somebody didn't get paid. So for folks think everybody got some money, no, they don't. But this is a very serious issue. I'm telling you right now, you know how many data centers are in Texas?
How many what?
How many data centers are in Texas? 664.
Jeez.
It's gotten so bad here. Folks are being recalled. Mayors, city council members are being recalled, being voted out of office. When you got rural white folks upset, you know people are mad. So if you think you're building matter of fact, today they put a pause on building more data centers because too many elected officials are facing recalls, death threats, and all kind of other stuff. These things are dangerous. That one in, when was it, Fayetteville, Georgia? Them folks didn't even have bath water because the data center was using
taking up all the water.
Gallons of water.
Right.
So this stuff is way bigger than folks sitting there telling us to get our mind right, this and that. By any means necessary, do what you got to do to get somebody's attention.
Now, a lot of folks don't understand if you're going to have this plant and you're going to have that type of water supply and how many gallons of water per day, it's going to affect your water system. That's number one. Number two, the biggest water system in the whole country is right there for use for us. We should be able to generate electricity with some type of use of water. We should be able to use that facility for cooling off all the components of that meta center. And I'm saying to myself, they're not even talking about how they're going to get that water. And don't forget, when you get water at a certain level, if you need to clean it, boil it. They tell us to boil it all the time. Boy, you got a boil water advisory. Well, if the water in the Mississippi River is good enough for us to use for that meta plant, why wouldn't we want to use that? It'll boil it. Because remember, it gets several hundred degrees for use to cool off those components.
And I don't think Jay Morris is the middleman. I think Meta or one of his business partners got in touch because what happened was Meta came through the Deep South looking for states and areas like just like Amazon. They all come down here looking for land. And them folks are like, where can I find somebody that's going to sell me some land or this, that, and the third? See, Jay didn't think all this information, Senator Morris didn't think all this information was going to get out, or either he don't care. But one day somebody's going to hold you accountable, and it's not going to be as good as he think it is. So, but if folks start complaining, and I mean on paper, not just on the phone, if you put enough letters up into that lady's mailbox, somebody has to answer. Because I really believe that he's thinking that, hey, I can't do no wrong. The governor gonna back me and the president gonna back me. But if the citizens of that parish fight back like the citizens around here, matter of fact, it's a recall where the VA I go to in Temple, Texas. They have recalled the mayor and all the city council members, and they got enough signature. You know, it's not a big city, but they got enough signature where these folks are forcing recall. Because they put that data center, they're not even trying to do it on the outskirts anymore. They put data centers like in the middle of your city now. They don't care. They don't live there. So if you want to breathe all those toxic chemicals, go ahead on, man. But
I know that in this area, this one is huge. So it's going to have to be on the outskirts. This is not one that they could put because they got acreage of land that they're going to be using for this data center, which made me ask the question about, you know, how you going to cool this thing? How much water is it going to take? How much electricity is it going to take? And what's it going to do for our electricity? Because we're going to have to pay for the increases.
Oh, your electricity bills are going to go up. I'm telling you, everywhere those data centers go, your electric bill and your water bill goes up. It don't matter what side of town it's on. If it's on the outskirts, inside, it just don't matter with these people because the folks that's doing it, they have paid their money, and some of these places are getting tax breaks. Some of these buildings that they're building with data centers.
Didn't you hear what I said about the tax breaks this man getting? I mean, for putting this up, the tax breaks for this matter center are estimated $3.3 billion.
You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy, man. And those folks, like, see, Jay Morris, he, and I'm glad Chuck brought it to light. He don't even live in that area.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find out on the senator's salary and a lawyer's salary, how can you afford to pay that much money? How much money did you put in the bodies? See, the inspector general, all this got to come out if you file a complaint. And I hope somebody from the CDC, or just anybody in the state legislature that's against data centers, start asking these questions.
Well,
Go into his pockets.
I think, now this is my personal opinion. Do I know? No. I do think that him carrying the water for the governor on these redistricting bills, as well as the judges, and anything else that came up about New Orleans, he seemed to be the head of it. And I think that this was his payback, being able to, we gave him the turn your head and don't say nothing a payback. And I think that's what's happening here. Your payback is we not going to bring up nobody pointing the finger at you. We're going to not have any type of legislation to stop you and your partners. You just do what I ask you to do.
Well, I hope, hey, that sounds legit, and I'm not doubting that. But if somebody makes some noise up there in that legislature, just like you made noise about the redistricting, hopefully somebody can get up on the floor and question, like he got up there and answered all those questions about well, he didn't answer anything. Put him up there and go in his pockets. But I'm serious. Go in this pocket. Show me where you got this money from. Your salary is this. Your income report was that. All that's public records. So how did you able to get this money? Who approached you for Meta, or did you approach Meta? I'm serious. I go for the judge because you know he ain't gonna answer nobody's phone call. So, but you all right though. He is Jeff Clancy's little puppet. So but Clancy, hey, if things go right, Clancy might not be there. So hey, do what you got to do, man. But I'm 100% sure that data center in the east, we ain't heard the last of that one either, Gerard.
No, he moved it. He moved it. The owner of it, he moved it because they didn't want the land. They didn't want to give him the land to put it there.
Somebody gonna come again. I'm telling you. If they put one around my house, I'm gonna throw 40-ounce bottles at it. See how that gas turbine handles. You know, you can't break a 40-ounce bottle, man.
Yes,
that
indeed.
thing is talking tough, man.
You gonna hit him with the 40-ounce? How you gonna hit him with the 40-ounce? Yes, indeed.
Yeah, my in-laws coming this weekend, so I gotta be drunk to deal with them people. So y'all have a good weekend, my brother.
All right,
bro. Holla.
Yes, indeed. Galloway. Galloway said you're going to hit him with the 40-ounce bottle. What are we doing in this state to make you feel proud, to make you feel that there's some economic development for everyone, to make you feel that your property value is worth what it was or gets better? What are we doing? Are we allowing somebody else from another part of the state to come in to tell you this is what you got, this is what you're going to get? And then your representation. Are you happy with your representation? Have you gotten to the point where you're saying, that's my senator? You know what I heard today was interesting, and I'm glad that it happened, but I was thinking about the presentation. How many folks got a chance to see Mark Morial and Cindy Bartholomew and Mr. Morrell sit in front of those folks on the House floor today and tell them how much we need these different areas of redistricting, giving them some background on how this is and how this does not represent us? I thought it was interesting. I was glad to see all three gentlemen address those folks to let them know that this is not fair, that it's almost racist, and there needs to be another representation of black folks in this state. I heard a lot of the African American senators and representatives thank them for their job and coming down. Thank them for their dads who led the way, from Mark Morial's dad on down. And then we get hit with this. It's like, I heard you, but I ain't listening. See, recently in February, Senator Morris and his partners sold hundreds of acres to Entergy for a methane burning power plant to provide electricity for the data center. So I got two issues. You got two issues? Yeah, this is just two. You ready? The first part of this is you're providing Entergy for a methane burning power plant. What does that sound like, y'all? Somebody tell me what that sound like. Hello? It's not Chinese arithmetic. What that sound like? What that sound like, Wick? You know? Sound like New Orleans. Know why?
Why?
We got a methane burning power plant in New Orleans East that they don't even turn it on sometimes. That's that new power plant out there that you had the fake actors and all that going on.
Why you want to get me started on that?
So how much money did they spend building that plant?
Too much.
Like $93 million. And then when the power goes off and rolling power outages and all of that goes on,
it's sitting there dormant.
It's sitting there not working for us. So guess what they're doing? Senator J. Howard did. Senator J. Howard said, let me give y'all some money so y'all can put this together. This methane power plant. So y'all can put one together. And I think, folks, that we don't have to worry about something being reinvented. Sometimes you just have to keep on, and it'll happen again if we don't stand up and do something. And I think that's where we are now. Ronnie.
Oh, Gerard, how you doing, man?
Good, man. What's going on with you?
I was listening to your monologue, man. You just started out telling us to be careful about what we say, and man, you really talking to me because I was in Walmart earlier back to Upper Berman, and I'm mad, Gerard, man. Because I did a whole essay on Reconstruction, and before I did it, Gerard, I have to be honest, I had it backwards. I had Reconstruction backwards. I thought it was the coming up, and it was the tearing down. You know what you get me?
Mm-hmm.
But I was in Walmart. I was in Walmart, man, raging, railing on that white boy because I believe that's what he needs. He ain't nothing but a big kid, man. He need to be taken aside because I was a lifeguard in Tarrytown, and I got to see them up close. The kids are the parents when it comes to them. But I was, man, in front of in fact, they had a white boy standing right behind me when I was checking out. Gerard, I don't care no more, man. I can't be quiet. Somebody should get up in that, like Louis Farrakhan have done for years. But Farrakhan done got old. I want to get up and close and personal with him, man, because I'm just tired, Gerard. And the last thing, I would counsel, for a long time, man, like you said, we got to get involved, man. Everybody, we need everybody on deck now. Everybody on deck now, because that's what time it is. and I would like to volunteer. And I said I was going to approach him. Man, I'll sweep out his headquarters just to be, just to be doing something now because I done got old Gerard. But I want to do something, because I see the handwriting on the wall. I don't know if anybody. I see the handwriting on the wall. These people getting ready to try to put another reconstruction.
Well, what would that look like? I mean, what you want to do?
First thing, Gerard, I think we got to hit them in the pocket. It's got to be a what would you call it, boycott? Some kind of economic boycott. Because, Gerard, we spend more than anybody. I tell people, if black people would just shut down, stop spending, Gerard, we could shut down commerce. You wouldn't see all them tractor trailers up and down the highway like you do. That's our spending power, and we're not using it. We worried about voting, But I'm not talking against voting. Like I tell, I've been a vegetable voter since I was 17 years old. But man, it's time to try something else now to get his attention. Man, it's time, Gerard.
Yeah.
Man, I love you so much, man, because you out there, man. You on the front line.
We got to talk about these things, Ronnie. We just got to talk about them. Make sure that we got substance to say, okay, a movement needs to happen, but we need to have the substance on why the movement is happening. So
I agree.
That's
I agree, man. I agree.
I appreciate
Thanks,
you, boss,
Gerard.
man.
No problem. Bye-bye.
All right, talk to you in a minute. You want to take the break? Okay, let's take the break. Miss Jones, hold on. I'm coming back. Don't hang up. More next.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Spelman College president Rosalind Brewer came from the business world. She's held posts in the C-suite at Starbucks and Sam's Club and was CEO at Walgreens, making her one of the most successful black women on Wall Street. And now she's trying to take some of that experience in business and use it to help Spelman.
One of the things I've committed to this board of trustees at Spelman College is that I will try to bring as much business to this institution as I possibly can. And that would be through a new financial or business model. We live off of very few sources of revenue. But if we looked at our institutions through the lens of what we could monetize, things like our online learning programs, that right now through the number of, high school students that need certifications, could we provide those?
Spelman was recently one of several schools that billionaire Arthur Blank donated to. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Lowe's has the brands pros trust to get the job done. You can now shop new Catalyst fencing solutions and save big when you do. 10% off when you buy in bulk. Plus, save $180 on a DeWalt 12-inch dual bevel sliding compound miter saw. Now just $449. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
City leaders in New Orleans find themselves at the center of a political circus conducted by Governor Jeff Landry, State Attorney General Liz Murrill, and the supermajority GOP state legislature. State leaders approved and passed a law now called Act 15, which abolished the criminal district court clerk office in New Orleans. The duties were transferred to the clerk of civil district court. The law created a merged or unified clerk office, and that's a big problem for Calvin Duncan, the recently elected clerk of criminal court, who is now out of a job. Entering the center ring of this political circus, the New Orleans City Council, at least a 5-member majority, All but Councilwoman Leslie Harris and Councilman Eugene Green decided that Act 15, in fact, creates a new office, one that didn't exist and one for which there was no election. Can you believe that? Civil District Court Clerk Chelsea Napoleon has become collateral damage in this political circus warfare, and she could be tossed out of her job. To solve this apparent conundrum, the council passed a resolution to call a special election and appoint an interim clerk. Napoleon accused the council of violating the law, and some legal experts agree with Napoleon, arguing that Act 15 does not create a new office. It simply abolishes the office of Criminal District Court Clerk and transfers the duties and responsibilities of that office to the clerk of Civil District Court. Napoleon says emphatically she is perfectly capable of managing the functions of both civil and criminal court. She's filed suit to keep her job. And just when we thought things couldn't get more crazy and confusing, State Attorney General Liz Murrill has threatened to fire Mayor Helena Moreno and city council members for appointing an interim clerk and calling for a special election. Mayor Helena Moreno fired back, telling Murrill that she will not be intimidated and will not back down from a fight. You know, it seems to me that city leaders would be much better off letting cooler heads prevail, working together to come up with a compromise that would be a win-win for local government. And if you ask me, you're fighting each other and losing sight of the real enemies, those in Baton Rouge who created this mess in the first place. This is Norman Robinson off the top.
Hey, this is Dave Poston. Be sure to listen to WBOK 1230 a.m. every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and Sunday evening at 5 p.m. bringing you the best Southern Soul barroom music with the Southern Soul Weekend Party Mix, hosted by me, of course. I'll be playing your favorite Southern Soul music by artists from all over the South right here on WBOK 1230 a.m. or online at WBOK1230.com. The station you listen to longer. Listen to longer. Listen to longer.
Step back in time and experience the moments that shaped our world at the National World War II Museum, located in the heart of the Warehouse District in New Orleans. This world-renowned museum brings history to life, telling America's story in the war that changed everything, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. From immersive exhibits to powerful personal stories, this is more than a museum. It's an experience. Plan your visit today at nationalww2museum.org. World War II Museum, where history lives.
City Park is where to go when you don't know where to go. Turn towards the city center and start walking. Before long, you'll end up where you belong, at the heart of the city, New Orleans City Park. Stroll along the reeded marsh, wander through the sculpture garden, rest and recharge beneath ancient oak trees. This is where your spirit goes to grow. It's in our nature to yearn for nature. NewOrleansCityPark.org, heart of the city.
LifeCare provides valuable whole life insurance to cover final expenses such as medical bills, burial costs, and unpaid debt. A final expense insurance policy is fast, easy, affordable life insurance that's available to anyone between the ages of 50 and 80. No medical exams, no lengthy questionnaires, and no waiting period. The application process is quick and easy. You can even apply without having to undergo a medical examination. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. With the average funeral cost skyrocketing to $11,000 and Social Security only paying $255, you need simple, affordable peace of mind for you and your whole family. Don't leave behind unpaid expenses that, if left unattended, will burden your family tremendously. Benefits include a guaranteed premium that will never increase, a guaranteed cash value, and a guaranteed death benefit that can never decrease. To find out how you can get final expense insurance with a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, call LifeCare at 800-571-9955. That's 800-571-9955. 800-571-9955.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, Miss Jones.
Yes, good evening to you and to the audience.
How you doing?
Okay. And how are you doing? How's your daughter doing?
Doing well.
That's good.
Thanks for
the
asking.
last caller, he was right economically. What we need to do is have forever boycotting All those holidays that come up, rather than buying, unless it's black, put the money into some kind of savings, a credit union, and hand that person a receipt that you're giving a gift to and say, this is your gift. Have gatherings at families' houses, sit down, talk, enjoy yourself without spending a whole lot. This is what needs to be done. And as far as New Orleans is concerned, this is the bankroll for the state, right? What
Are you
needs
talking
to
about New
happen?
Orleans?
Stop participating in a carnival, Zulu, and all of them. Stop participating in anything that brings the money here, and you don't see it. This is what needs to happen. We could learn. You could make do without. You have just as much fun without a holiday on a calendar. Make it your own holiday. This is what needs to happen.
Well, I just don't think all of us got to be able to be on the same page, and that's my problem. I hate to sound like Debbie Downer, but my problem is when we come up with these great ideas. I mean, you're coming up with some great ideas, and we say, okay, cool, that's a good idea. Either everybody ain't getting the word, or they don't want to participate anyway.
We need to announce it all the time.
But listen to me. All of us have got to be on the same page, even if we can get the word out. Will you participate? You know, some folks just don't want to participate.
Well, when they come down, if they need to do something, and just bring it back to their memory.
All right, let me give you a for example. This is my for example. My for example is we all got upset when we saw the owner of Rouse's standing there in
1-6,
in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
We all got upset. We got the NAACP. We got this one. We got this one. And it appears to me, now this is something too that I know I'm gonna make people upset, but if you sit back and you think about it for a minute and look and also listen, when white people get in trouble with black folks, they can always find a black person that will vouch for them to the black community.
Mm-hmm.
But when a black person gets in trouble with the white community, Negro, you on your own. I really have not seen, I've never really seen the reverse action of speaking out or on behalf of a black person when something happens to them. But I always see Mr. Charlie speaking up for the white man. And sometimes it might be needed. But why is it that way? Why haven't we seen that reverse action? Especially when you telling everybody, he all right, he just made a mistake. No.
Well, yeah. Please.
Sit your uncle, you know what, self down and let that man take care of his own problems. You let us do it. We take care of our own. We don't have you standing up for us.
Oh, don't.
And I really don't appreciate the fact that some of us take it upon ourselves to do that. What are you doing? What are you getting out of this? No. Stop thinking about me, and start thinking about we.
Exactly. And that should have been pushed down for throughout the century. Another example, they make plenty of money, I guess, at that Hammond Strawberry Festival. That was a time New Orleanians didn't go. They just happened to have gone after Katrina because people were scattered out and they figured they didn't have any place to go. They're in the countryside, and they saw this festival. And those people in Hammond welcomed them because they saw all the money. But all through the years, they weren't particular about people from New Orleans going to the festival. I could still stay away from it. Never went to it. You ought to want to stay from it.
No, we're consumers. They don't care about the color of your skin because there's only one color for the dollar bill. So they don't really
Like
care
right
about
now.
you.
Okay, we have something in action right now. Every organization, social club organizations ought to be stepping up to try to get people to sign this petition. Have until October, have a lot of time, but I haven't heard anything from any social organization.
Well, they out there. They're doing some work. I think they got to get
And they
together
could
and put it out
come
there
to
publicly.
be okay, I'm sure, and announce it.
I didn't hear you say again, please.
I said they could call a check would be okay, and have it announced if you would.
Mm-hmm.
Every day. Don't wait until I didn't know the petition was going on, because that governor, he's misleading even those people, those Cajuns that live in his area. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
He said they do like the others, put 10 chickens in a pot. Make sure you have food.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you much.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. Sorry. It's one of those issues that I just hate about us. I really don't like. I don't like that about us. You know, there's only been a couple of times where I see I guess more so than anything else, the people that will say, "I'm with you. I'm rolling with you." Yeah, I got asked like Terry Scott would tell me, "Who you rolling with? Who you with?" Terry, I'm sorry, I'm taking your line. Who you with? You either gonna be with somebody because you feel the same way about the situation. It should be. Or if you stagnant, not doing nothing, lying and telling everybody you support something, and you ain't doing a doggone thing, you part of the problem. And then you can ask the old spiritual Negro hymn, "We shall overcome. Stay strong." Shut up. People respond to action, not stagnant, not sitting there doing nothing. It's easy to talk. Boy, you can pop some gums quick. And then you had the audacity to say that line that just makes me roll my eyes. You know what we should do? No, don't worry about what we should do. What you gonna do? I can't speak for nobody else. Well, yes, you can, because you need to tell everybody, all of us need to get together. How long we been saying that? Like my mom used to say, you either gonna pee or get up off the pot. And then we need to ask ourselves something else. What's your sacrifice? See, we're finding out, some of us are just finding out, maybe a little bit later than others, that in this world of civil rights, a plan is a plan until you forget a part of that plan. And a part of that plan is sacrifice. What? Yes. A part of that plan is sacrifice. What are you, not me, not we, what are you willing to sacrifice? Let's say you got another store that you go into, and all of a sudden somebody says something racist. And you thinking about, oh my God, they said something racist, and I don't want to be a part of them anymore. But what's your sacrifice? I'm not going over there, but what's your sacrifice? I'm not going over there to do nothing. I understand that. But have you identified your sacrifice? Well, what are you talking about, Gerod? If you take all the things that you do on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, whatever, but it's a part of your routine, and somebody do something, say something, or something that pissed you off, because you know we can get pissed off real quick, fast, and in a hurry, especially if it's something black. Did I say that? Y'all know we'll go into a black store, whether it's a grocery store, a boutique. We'll go in that one store one time, and somebody would do something, say something, or not give you the service that you gonna daggone go by. And the first thing that come out your mouth is, I ain't never coming back in here again. But you'll go to a store that have people that don't look like you, don't treat you nicely, talk to you like you a dog. You will complain for 10 minutes and go back in there the next day to get your services. What's your sacrifice? What's your sacrifice? Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Tell me I'm not. More coming up, folks.
AURN News.
A political fight over black voting rights is now moving straight into college sports. The NAACP and Congressional Black Caucus are launching a new campaign called Out of Bounds, urging black athletes to boycott public universities in several southern states after the Supreme Court's recent Louisiana versus Cali ruling weakened key protections under the Voting Rights Act. At a fiery press conference Tuesday, leaders accused states like Georgia, Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, Texas, and South Carolina of redrawing congressional maps to dilute black political power while continuing to profit from black athletes on the field. NAACP President Derek Johnson put it bluntly, no representation, no revenue. He compared the current movement to a modern-day Jim Crow backlash. House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries called the attacks on black representation Jim Crow-like racially oppressive tactics, while warning that silence from major universities amounts to complicity. For AURN News, I'm Ebony McMorris.
Looking for a great deal on your next phone? Come see us at your locally owned AT&T store for the latest Samsung and iPhones. Visit us at 3616 South Carrollton Avenue. We have great offers on watches, tablets, accessories, and internet service. Whatever your connectivity needs are, our team is here to help you keep connected. Visit us today at AT&T, 3616 South Carrollton Avenue. Locally owned and proudly giving back to the community.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation presents Louisiana Cajun Zydeco Festival. 2 days of nonstop dancing and rhythmic sounds of Southwest Louisiana, Saturday, March 30th and Sunday, March 31st at the George and Joyce Ween Jazz and Heritage Center. Don't miss musical performances by Big Nathan and the Zydeco Cha-Chas, Chubby Carrier and the Bayou Swamp Band, Donna Angel and the Zydeco Posse, and much more. Doors open at 2 p.m. and music begins at 3. This event is free and open to the public. For more information, visit CajunZydecoFest.com.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and do not have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you do not pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call. If you've been injured in an auto accident, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
City Park is where to go when you don't know where to go. Turn towards the city center and start walking. Before long, you'll end up where you belong, At the heart of the city, New Orleans City Park. Stroll along the reeded marsh, wander through the sculpture garden, rest and recharge beneath ancient oak trees. This is where your spirit goes to grow. It's in our nature to yearn for nature. NewOrleansCityPark.org, heart of the city.
If someone asks,
Yeah!
let them know you listen to WBOK. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Ooh, boy, I got heated in that little last minute of asking folks, what's your sacrifice? Are there things that you know can you sacrifice? A lot of us get turned around by convenience. Convenience doesn't necessarily mean that they want you. Huh? Well, what you mean? No. Convenience does not necessarily mean that I want you. Convenience could mean I want your money. We had a conversation not too long ago. Who was that had the conversation? It was a couple of us that just sat around and had a conversation. And the conversation was, are we doing better? And I'm talking about African Americans. I'm talking to you for a reason. Are we doing better now than when we were segregated? That was the main question. Were we doing better then than now? Now, believe it or not, I might be a little bit too young to answer that question. But my elders aren't, and they'll tell you all the time, at least we had the opportunity to deal business and have business. And I was like, why would you say it then? Said when they did this, desegregation issue, we were thinking that it was the opportunity for us to be able to open up our minds, open up our wallets, open up our thought capacity, because we would then have a larger audience. But you can't do work, or have opportunity. That's the big word there. With somebody that won't give it to you. No matter how hard you work or how much better your product is, again, don't forget what your elders and your mama say. They would tell you that you got to work twice as hard, offer a product twice as good than they did for you to be able to do the work. That should be frustrating to a lot of people. So I still stick with the opportunity to say, we got to understand how business works. We got to understand how elections work. We got to understand these things because, in my opinion, there are a few that understand, and they are doing politics. But there are many that are pretending that they doing politics, and you get left behind. You are pretending. You think you have been accepted because you got a nice house, a big Mercedes sitting in the driveway. You can chat with the big boys, but they more than likely are using you to get what they want. How many folks can honestly say that we have a plethora? Now, notice the word that I use, plethora, many, of African American women and men that live in a predominantly African American city, but yet the majority of this city's work, understand something, we have an employment problem. We can't hire nobody because what? We can't hire nobody because we got too much money missing. We got people that say they can do the job, and we signing off on companies to come in the city to do work. Why in the hell are we signing off on contracts for people to come in here and do road work, water work, work in communities under administrations, nonprofits from God knows where, when we have us living in poverty? Y'all don't understand. That's a big old contract to do some road work. That's a big old contract to do administrative work. That's a big old contract to get a trash contract. We got all these folks that know how to do the business, but I guess my ice ain't cold enough. Y'all need to think about something. Why are we contracting stuff out? And look around you. When you start going through the books and looking at the companies that are coming here to do crappy ass business, because they're not doing it better than you do. I think that local folks can do it a whole lot better just for the fact that you live here and you'd like to be proud of what you did. You'd be driving down the street one day and say, it's smooth, huh? You know, my company did that. We paved that street. Why we can't pave street? Asphalt ain't no better nowhere else than it is right here. And with that said, I'm going to leave it alone before I get really upset and start really preaching up in here. But I'll see you tomorrow. Y'all join me tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock right here on WBOK.